Hi, I'm Kelly Garner. I teach at Point Option High School. We're here at William & Mary getting ready to leave on a winter camping trip to the Adirondacks in upstate New York. We're loading the bus, getting ready for a 14-hour drive, and then walking across a frozen lake and the adventure begins. From the time of our first meeting, I was able to tell that some of the students were nervous about going on a trip like this. For many of them, it was the first time they were ever going to be away from home for an extended period of time, other than just staying the night at a friend's house. So the thought of staying for a week amongst strangers in a strange place was pretty daunting. Once they actually got there, you could see those barriers start to break down a little bit as they became more comfortable with the environment. And to be able to see them grow in that way was a remarkable thing. One of my favorite parts of this trip is hearing students say, "This is the first time that I've ever, fill in the blank, walked on a frozen lake, looked at this much snow all in one place, climbed a mountain." Talked with college kids over dinner about astrophysics or some of the interesting things that they were able to do here that they haven't been able to do before in their life. For me, this trip was transformative. This trip has been going on for 19 years, and I was able to take this over from my predecessor.
And it was probably the biggest joy in my life to retire and have him take this over, and then to get to go on the first trip that he ever led with his first students.
At one point, the mountain just went straight up, and it was ridiculous to see like the height that we had to climb. The stars out at night too. One night, it was just the craziest thing I've ever seen. I came back here and I saw like 5 stars, and there's just no comparison to it.
It was wonderful. I actually did it. I was very proud of myself, and I kept saying my mom would be so proud of me. I definitely grew up.
The thing I'm most proud of about this experience is being there for my friends when they are on this experience as well. Making sure that they're all right in moments where I feel like they might be uncomforted. I definitely do feel like I grew up some. I started to realize that I shouldn't be afraid of growing up and moving out of high school, and being around the college kids and hearing about the environment they live in and how they live. It's really cool to learn the way that they live and see the difference between me and them. And when we got to the top, I was shocked. I never thought I'd see anything that beautiful, and I'm glad I saw that in person. My immediate reaction was not to take out a picture and snap a photo right away. My immediate reaction was to be there and to embrace the moment. And when I did that, it really touched me and jumped out to me.
The biggest challenge would probably have to be how durable you had to be. All the multiple activities that we had to do. Every day seemed so long, and we had to do so much. It was just a real big challenge to go through all of that stuff over and over and over again.
I actually learned that I could do a lot more than I thought I could, and definitely felt a sense of accomplishment in all the things that we got finished, and then the amount of physical activity that it was. Point Option, it's different than a lot of other schools, just like the trip is different than most trips that we would take, and it's hard, but after you felt everything, or you finished everything, you really feel accomplished about it. And there was a lot of good people there, same as there is here at Point Option.
When I went as a 15-year-old, it was a very difficult time in my life, and my family really didn't have the means to afford me such an opportunity. But at the time, the Kiwanis Club was able to sponsor me and give me the opportunity to go. So I'm very pleased to be able to pass this experience forward to a new generation, and to be able to work with Kiwanis to try to provide these kinds of opportunities to our youth. Because ultimately, it's through building them that we build and strengthen our communities and help change the world one kid at a time.
Thank you, Kiwanis Club, for making this trip happen.